Well, it's getting to that time of the year, and I know what you're all thinking. What on earth can I get Kev for Christmas? Well, worry not, I have a plan. I hereby announce the launch of the Million Views by Christmas campaign. We're about 150,000 views short of 1 million at the moment, and at a real push, I reckon we could get to 1 million by Christmas Day, but I'm going to need your help to do it. Your job is a very simple one. If you know anyone else who you think might enjoy the content that I put out on this channel, give them a little nudge, say, hey, come and have a look at this. It's good. Don't make the mistake of just showing them it on your computer though, because that just still counts as your normal view. Grab their phone off and grab their iPad, grab their laptop, just get them to have a little look. See if they enjoy it, and if we do get to 1 million views by Christmas, I'll then gift back to you lot, and we'll see about doing another giveaway. Win-win for everybody, and thank you in advance for your incredible support. Hello and welcome to Season 1 Part 3 of Non-League to Legend. I'm Kev, and coming up on today's episode we have a Conference North game at home against Tamworth, and then we're in the 4th qualifying round of the FA Cup away against Guiseley. Since you were last with me, form's picked up a little bit. We've still got a few of these little red circles on here, but they're becoming more separated by lovely green circles, which is always a good thing. We have had an absolute spanking away against Fylde, who are one of the better teams in the division, and that's a bit of a worry because Tamworth are also one of the better teams in the division. But we've had some pretty decent results along the way as well. A couple of nice FA Cup wins, smashing Thrickley 5-2, which was very pleasant, and knocking Buxton out as well. Nathan Jarman is in incredible form. He is currently on, let's have a look at his goals. 9 goals from 12 starts in the league, 12 from 12 in all competitions though. So, you know, that's a pretty good return. In fact, I haven't even looked to see if he's one of the top scorers in the division. He must, there you go, look. Joint top scorer in the division as well, which is marvellous. And Joey Johnson's there in 3rd place for assists as well. He's not scoring a lot of goals himself, but he's creating a lot for Jarman with little flick-ons, which isn't really what you'd expect from someone who's 5'2", and he can't really jump. I guess his heading is one of his strengths, but he's not much of a jumper, and he's quite short, but his flick-ons are creating chances for Jarman, which is rather marvellous. A return of 3 goals from 12 isn't great, but he's been involved in 8 goals, so on that basis he keeps his spot in the team. And this is the team that we're going to be playing against Tamworth today. We've got Willis in goal, Roberts, Saki, Picton and Gurr as our back four. Thornhill, Douglas and Sparrow in midfield, with Pepper in behind Jarman and Johnson up front. We have had an injury. Pedro Carneiro has picked up a bit of a knock that's going to keep him out for a couple of months. He's got a sprained ankle, which, you know, I've sprained my ankle before. It didn't stop me playing football for 2 months. Admittedly, I don't play football, but I could walk around and stuff. So bearing in mind, in my Everton save, Tom Cleverley broke his back and was only out for 2 months. Carneiro's out for 2 months for a sprained ankle. Shows a difference in medical teams at the different levels of football. But Adam Pepper is, he's doing an adequate deputisation job in that advanced playmaker role. He's not pulling up any trees, but he's creating a few chances and looks quite good there. As you can see from average ratings, both as the season overall and from the most recent games, it's the 2 men we identified before the start of the season who are making what does happen for us happen. Matt Sparrow on a 7.6 in his last 5 games, 7.15 overall, and Nathan Jarman 7.1 over the last 5 games, 7.27 overall, and all those goals as well. So if we were to lose one or both of those, we would be in trouble. And they just are head and shoulders above the rest of the squad, and if we can find a couple of lower league journeymen like that to fill out the squad with alongside them, ideally one in defence would be beautiful, then we'd be laughing. As it is, we're comfortably mid-table at the moment, and if we finish the season there, that will be a job well done, and we can see what we can put together for the next season. But let's not get too ahead of ourselves. All we need at this stage is a couple of bad results and we'll be straight back down in that relegation dogfight again. We're only 4 points clear of the relegation spots at the moment, and we're definitely looking over our shoulders more than we're gazing up at the higher reaches of the league at the moment. Although teams around us are having little charges up the league every now and again. Boston are a great example of that. They were level on points with us about 4 games ago and are now up in a playoff spot because they've just started winning matches, which doesn't really bode well because we're playing them twice in a row in about 8 weeks' time. So hopefully their little purple patch will be over by then. But I'm happy with how things are going. Quarter of the season's gone and we're exactly where I would have wanted us to be. So all is good at Gainsborough Trinity so far. Tamworth are third and have a lot more points than we do. So if we can avoid getting embarrassed by them the way we were by Fylde, that'll be a bit of a result. I'm kind of expecting a defeat. It's not ideal to play 2 of the better teams so close together because a couple of defeats on the bounce can hammer confidence a little bit, but if we can nick a result at home against this lot, that's going to be a big confidence builder. And Jarman's in and scores 13 and 13 for him now. The man is a goal machine, and we're 1-0 up, just past the half-hour mark in this match, and we'll have a little look at this in 3D. I mean, look at the stands are packed. Look at all those supporters behind the goal, and Jarman's possible little hint of offside there, but who cares? It wasn't flagged. We win. You can see the little ambulance behind the stand as well. You don't get that in the Premier League. I like being able to see the burger van and the ambulance and a block of flats behind. Oh, I love being back down at this level. We've picked up a lot of yellow cards in this game so far. This was an issue we always used to have with I think Bolton when we were charging up through the leagues with them. We used to pick up a lot of yellow cards, and I don't have get stuck in on or anything like that, but I think it's a side effect of the fact that we're playing high tempo and high pressing. We just occasionally get a little bit over enthusiastic and are a little bit late into the challenge or a little bit firm into the challenge, and well, it usually comes when we play against better teams like we are today. And I smell a red card. We're down to 1-1 now, and yeah, with 3 of our back 4 already on bookings by half time. I'm not looking forward to this second half. Oh God! I mean, if we can hold on to this will be a great result. Looking at the stats, we've had 2 clear-cut chances. They've had none. We're playing well, and we're doing everything that I would hope we were doing. Somehow I was confused about how we've only had 1 shot on target from 2 clear-cut chances. Fairly obvious. We missed one of them. There you go. Kev, Super Sleuth Kev strikes again. Right, Johnson's not having a good game. He can come off. Chamberlain can come on. What is that? 6 yellow cards we've got now. 5. Can't add up either. Sparrow's not having the best of games, but I guess we could bring Rothery on for him and drop Pepper back. That's something we've done a couple of times. Rothery's a bit of a problem because he's a really good winger at this level, but we don't play with wingers. We're trying to retrain him to be an attacking midfield player, but he's not really getting the hang of it, and it's a shame because he's a player who, if the system worked for him, would be really, really good for us, but I'm not sure he's going to adapt to our system quick enough for us to not just have to bin him off. Right, we're going to take off Douglas, bring Beatson on and stick Picton up into the midfield there. Saki's the kid, we'll let him play on the side he prefers to play on. Beatson is left-footed, but he can play either centre-back position. He seems to want to take the corners when he's on the pitch as well, which is a bit weird. Oh, late goals! We were the ones doing this early in the season. Why have we started conceding late goals? This is just nasty. Is this that change at centre-back that I've just done? Is this what's caused this? Who is that? Is that... No, it's Thornhill. There you go. I'm not going to take any responsibility for that. It wasn't the substitution that made it happen, so that's fine. I mean, it's not a disaster losing against a team who are pushing for promotion, but it is a shame that we've lost 2 league games on the bounce now, and it's taken a little bit of oomph out of what had been a really good run of form for us, and means it puts a bit more pressure on this FA Cup game we've got coming up next, because we can't really afford to... I mean, I'm not bothered about an FA Cup run, but we don't want to lose 3 out of 4 games in all competitions, because that's when heads start to drop and we start to see ourselves tumbling down the league then. So the FA Cup game takes on a lot more importance, and we're going to go and play that now. Okay, so there's a chance when I was bigging up the FA Cup game and going on about how it was must win, I didn't realise Guiseley were in the Vanarama National and therefore are likely to give us a complete spanking, so disregard all that. In fact, edit all that out from before, yeah? Thank you. it doesn't matter if we win or lose this game, we're still going to be fine, which is what I've said to the players. Just made a couple of changes for the game. Beatson comes in at left back because David Roberts is suspended. Picton is going to play at centre back alongside Saki today, just for rotation really. Evans is struggling a little bit for match fitness. He's just a tired little bear, so he's going to drop down to the bench and have a little bit of a rest. But other than that, everyone else is unchanged. There is a player on my radar, Sam Wright, has been identified by my scouts as a potential future replacement for Matt Sparrow. Actually looking at him, he's only 19, and he's already potentially able to come in as the best midfielder at the club. We're only at the very early stages of scouting him at the moment. In fact, let's give him a proper scout until full knowledge. I've offered him a trial. When I saw that, I immediately offered him a contract, but he wanted too much money, and probably shouldn't have been offering players contracts anyway when we're £1,000 a week over the wage budget. But I want to find out more about this lad, because some of these stats, I like his aggression, his tackling, his teamwork, work rate. He's going to be a proper little breaking people apart in the midfield there, playing as a ball-winning midfielder. He's exactly the kind of player I want to bring in. So at the moment, we're scouting him properly. We're trying to bring him in on trial, and then hopefully we can open negotiations with him again after his trial is done. But I want that player because I want to play him just there, not instead of Sparrow, alongside him, crunching people. So watch this space. He might be appearing if we can somehow free up the money for him, or convince the board that it's a good idea to go even further in the red, because that's what I'm all about. If the board are stupid enough to give me the money and they end up bankrupting themselves, as long as we're winning games, I'll get another job somewhere else. I'll be fine. I am a monster. I don't care about the long-term stability of this football club. I'll let you know a secret. I'm probably not going to win the Champions League with Gainsborough Trinity. I'm here to get noticed by a team in the next division up. We don't even need to get promoted. Just, perform well and get noticed by somebody. That's what this is all about. And I reckon that lad will help me get noticed. So we'll bring him in, and some other schmuck can worry about the terrible financial situation that we leave Gainsborough in. Does any of this sound familiar from any of my other saves? It might do. I tell you what, we've just gone through to half-time against a team from the division above us, and we're not losing yet. This is promising. If we can just nick a goal, that would be amazing. As it is, if we can just stay in the game, that was iffy. If we can just give them a little bit of a run for their money, that's going to be a bit of a confidence boost. This could go back into being a massively important game again. Jarman's in, and he's blooming one-on-ones again. We've had 6 shots today, not one of them has been on target. We've had more shots than they have. We need to get that little bit more clinical in front of goal, which seems like an odd thing to say when we've got the top scorer in our division in our side, but he does get an awful lot of chances created for him. And when you are playing against better opposition like we are today, and they're not creating hatfuls of chances, it becomes that little bit more difficult to score there. We're going to take Jarman off, bring Chamberlain on. He's not had a good game today, and I don't know, Chamberlain's due a goal. Jarman just wasn't playing well. Don't judge me. I know I shouldn't have taken him off, but the numbers don't lie. He was the worst player on the pitch, so off he comes. Let's bring Wilson. In fact, no, we won't bring Wilson on. We've got another lad on loan from Scunthorpe who's just come in, James Dean Atkinson, who potential to be very, very good. He's still very young, but if he's half as good as Saki's been, he might be worth a bit of a shout. So let's get him. Why can't I? No. Try that again. Still need a mouse, everybody. I'm still playing this stupid game with a trackpad because someone nicked my mouse and well, they didn't nick the dongle. The mouse is still around somewhere. The dongle will show up one day. There you go. We get to have a look at James Dean Atkinson, and hopefully he'll be a world beater. Oh, Saki again. See, I'm telling you, Saki's good, and there he is, proving it. Chamberlain with a chance now finds Johnson. Johnson just runs into a dead end, and now, guys, they have a chance to break on us, but Saki's into cover again. Don't do anything stupid. That's a waist-high back pass. That was ridiculous. But Johnson's in here, and Joey Johnson has scored with less than 10 minutes to go. We're 1-0 up against a Vanarama national team in the FA Cup. This could get us through to the first round of the Cup. I tell you what, the FA Cup's good to me at the moment. Oh, that's a lovely finish from Joey Johnson. He hasn't done that for us really at all yet this season. I saw a little bit of it from him with Boston this time last year in real world terms, not game terms. But I've not really seen him capable of doing that for us in this save. Chamberlain's made it 2-0. Told you I was right to bring him on. You all said, oh, don't take off your top scorer when it's 0-0. That's why you take off your top scorer when it's 0-0, because you just have a feeling. It's nothing to do with the numbers. That was intuition. That was managerial skill there. And Chamberlain makes it 2-0. And I think we've just knocked out Vanarama national side, unless we spectacularly foul this up somehow. Are we going to say this is the oh, I'll tell you what. Why do I speak? Why don't I could just put the voiceover on afterwards and do away with this whole camera shenanigans and make myself look like a genius, rather than constantly saying things and then having them happen to me. Right, we just need to hold on to this now. We've got 4 minutes left. We can't be... There's not been this much injury time. There's been no injuries. That's an awful pass from Chamberlain. Jarman wouldn't have done that. The hood is up again, so you know it's getting bad. And Johnson, can he do something special again? Rothery's in, and I mean, it's like he just sort of fell over the ball and it trickled through to their keeper. We've still got to get through the last 30 seconds or so of this game, and Gainsborough are attacking us. Just throw any... This is where we need that tough tackling midfielder, and that's a good header clear from Beatson. And oh, they're coming at us again, and they're going to score, aren't they? They're going to score! Goodness me, how do these things happen? We were 2-0 up with 1 minute left on the clock. And I started doing my victory parade, and then this happens. Oh, he's offside, surely. That's just disgusting. I hate this game. Do we not even get extra? I suppose it's a replay, is it? I suppose we get a bit of money from the replay. That might be handy, bringing in the young lad a bit of extra cash. Oh, that's just nasty. Well, if you've enjoyed that, make sure you pop a like on there for me. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more. Thank you very much for watching.